I've been feeling the Tzeentch hype lately, so here we are with some Warriors of Chaos versus High Elves, myself versus a Rider Rohan, my patron. And yeah, this is on the Cavalry beta, so he's got a couple of Dragon Princes. Also in his build, Alariel the Radiant on horseback, 67 melee defense with martial prowess active, incredibly tanky. In melee, a couple of White Lions, 3 White Lions actually. We've also got archers, some Rangers up front. I've got Big Bird leading the way, Chaos Marauders, a single Aspiring Champ standing in for the Disc Bros. We've got some Chaos Spawns as well, including the Weird Spawn, a couple of Forsaken, and the Hell Cannon, along with an Exalted Hero on foot, a couple of Hounds scattered around the edges as well. Yeah, just feeling the hype. Big Bird, of course. The model is going to be just the unit level Lord of Change. There is actually going to be a different Lord level Lord of Change, and then a Kairos Fate Weaver, similar to what we saw with the Bloodthirsters for Tzeentch, which does make sense. It probably for all the demon factions, then I expect there will be 3 levels of the Greater Demon, right? Like a basic, you know, Exalted, and then the Legendary Lord version, obviously. But spawns are going to get in here, just absolutely mash this flank. Some of the Rangers are going to get torn to shreds. These Dragon Princes also a little bit threatened here. The Lion Chariot's taking quite a bit of damage so far. Haven't actually lost any models. Searing Doom not quite fully placed there on those Dragon Princes, so not going to do too much damage. But Hell Cannon just raining in shots at the archers in the meantime. Probably should be targeting these Dragon Princes, honestly, with the Hell Cannon. It looks like I'm going to switch over onto this unit here, just because if I kill models of Dragon Princes, you know, they won't be able to regenerate. Alariel burns one of her healing auras here on these Rangers. Doesn't actually end up hitting too many high-value targets, so I'm pretty happy with that. But Aspiring Champs working with the Marauders to just rip through the center there as well. Oh, yes. You know, some people are not too happy about the reuse of models, and I guess it's kind of to be expected to a degree. You know, the sort of reuse of assets there. I mean, these Weird Spawn do look pretty close to what the Tzeentch Spawn actually looked like in all the trailers. Like, they're not too far off. Applying that nice Armor Sundering to these Dragon Princes. Even with that, though, I mean, they're still going to be, what, 80 armor. So, if I don't combo some Plague of Rust in that, and instead we're going to throw, actually, Overcast Final Transmutation here. Earthblood being used at the same time to counteract, but it will hopefully do quite a bit of damage to all these Dragon Princes, hitting these Lion Chariots as well, hitting Alariel, doing quite a bit of damage to Alariel, but again, that massive melee defense means that Big Bird with his 60 melee attack, even without his charge, will be only at base hit chance against Alariel, which is really not ideal at all. But it is what it is. Starting to get a little thin on support troops as the Marauders and the Spawns start to get low on HP. Another nice kind of double-layered charge in here. Pretty much finishes off the Weird Spawn, more or less. Actually, no, there's still quite a bit of them left. Okay. I thought they were pretty much gone by now, but no. Looks like they're still fighting, still trying to apply that Armor Sundering. Also got the Champs fighting in here, Hell Cannon firing in, not super accurately, but sort of elite little pocket of Tzeentch forces here, holding out against Dragon Princes. We do manage to shatter one unit of Dragon Princes. The other one is still alive, though. Quite healthy, actually. 36 models online, still has Martial Mastery active, 42 melee defense. Still some White Lions over here as well. I haven't been able to fully clean up these units out in the periphery, and didn't use my Hounds super efficiently to chase routing units like I should have, but there you go. Another nice charge in here by the Dragon Princes. Spawn will definitely take significant damage from them. Weird Spawn do have some physical resistance, but still doesn't help too much. Speaking of physical resistance, Shield of Thorns, 60% extra weapon damage here on those Dragon Princes is going to be quite nice. Let's see, they're up to, yeah, 63 weapon damage. So they're definitely tearing the Spawn to shreds. You can see them also taking down the Aspiring Champs here as well. Suddenly things are looking pretty grim for Big Bird. All the Marauders are gone. The Hell Cannon's pretty much used up all of its ammunition, and I just can't get good contact on Alariel because Rider Rohan's done a great job keeping her above the threshold for martial prowess. Like, I don't think she's ever got below half HP even. She's still, you know, 67 melee defense, and I just can't get any hits in there. Yeah, just, you know, getting terrible RNG, to be honest. Even with the Exalted Hero, who I'm trying to get in supporting position. But so far, not looking great. A little bit of Searing Doom here. Do some pretty good damage to the Dragon Princes. Is going to finish off some of my own troops there, but that's just how it goes. I think that's the last shot. No, Hell Cannon's still got 6 more shots, so let's see if it can thin out this little blob here, and I can go 2v1 on Alarielle with my 2 single entities. That will be great, but right now being surrounded by these lions is not ideal for this Exalted Hero here, so I'm going to try and path Big Bird in to try get some terror routes on these units, see if we can't get the lions terrified away. And my own Warhounds coming in late again. Didn't really use these guys as efficiently as I should have. If I had, I maybe could have chased off a lot of this supporting High Elf tattered stuff and maybe had a better chance. But at this point, Alarielle is so healthy. Even 2v1 here, because I'm not really in a surround and because she has much superior mobility, can just pull away, chase routing units. I'm going to have a tough time chasing. But let's see. I'm going to give it all I can. Use up the rest of that Hell Cannon ammunition. That Big Bird's relatively fast. Everything else is super slow, though. I've got, what, 3 aspiring champs right here, so I'm going to form up for the final fight. Big Bird charges in. You know, all these cool new Tzeentch units, the new Lord of Change, and all we have is the Lord of Change at home right here. Like, yeah. Never been more true. Like, you look at the model of, what's his name? Kairos Fate Weaver, and you look at Sarthrel, the Everwatcher, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. Another heal there, another little bit of Earth Blood. Alarielle still basically at full HP. That will be the end. So, yeah, I'm going to make a final stand here with my Unbreakable Hell Cannon crew. Big Bird goes down. That's it. Dragon Princes managed to clean it up, so probably one of the best games I've seen from Dragon Princes in quite some time. Granted, I didn't have kind of the traditional 5 Great Weapon, 5 Chaos Warrior build, what you would normally probably take in this matchup, but still what I would consider a pretty decent build overall. And the Dragon Princes performed very well. One of them, 2200 damage value, the other one, 1336, not quite paying for itself, but close enough. Same for the Lion Chariots here. Did a great job helping to hold out in that late game as well. Obviously, Archer's quite cost-effective. The White Lions trade decently. The Rangers kind of get stepped all over here, except for one of them somehow gets 800 damage value and 132 kills. Alarielle, just absolute monster, to be honest, in terms of melee defense on horseback. Kind of forgotten about that. Big Bird, though, 4588 on damage value. So I really am super excited to see. I mean, at this point, we haven't got the full roster reveal for Tzeentch. I'm expecting that relatively soon, although we'll see. It did take quite some time to get Kislev's roster reveal, but, what Lords of Magic they have access to, potentially what the Lord of Change units, if there's an actual unit-level caster, what the Lord level is like, what Kairos is like. They're obviously going to be insanely powerful casters, but Big Bird himself, even as he is in the game right now, Sarthrel with Lore of Metal, can be devastating. Basically, he's the only unit in my army that paid for itself, more or less. I mean, Exalted Hero on foot's only 600, so he gets pretty close. One Marauder pays for itself, right? The other Marauders do okay. Aspiring Champs actually do pay for themselves as well, and one Forsaken, but then pretty much everything else, like all the Hounds, I guess technically one does as well. Not really great, though. Chaos Spawn definitely have a tough time. They do all right, but just a lot of lack of armor here, contributing to their downfall for sure, especially against the Dragon Princes. Hell Cannon also, again, does pretty good damage, just not quite enough at the end of the day. A lot of inflated values on my side as well, just because Alarielle's healing these high-value targets, right? But even still, definitely a very fun game, very well played to ride a Rohan, and the Cav Beta makes a huge difference. Like, it's a small difference, but at the same time, it's a noticeable enough difference that in practice, you do definitely feel it. And again, this wasn't like specifically anti-cavalry focused build. Like if I had one, obviously Rider Rohan would have had a lot tougher of a time, but still it does seem that those cavalry are much more useful than before. So awesome to see that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button every time I upload a new video. You'll be notified. Thanks again. See you next time.